Lake Braddock. Today is Tuesday, January 21st.
We're your hosts today. I'm Grace Heberer.
And I'm Emily Depaul.
And welcome to the Bruin Cave, where we bring the news you crave. Stay tuned for our biggest,
hugest,
most amazing story-filled show of the year.
Well, longest show of the year so far.
Would you please pause for the moment of silence? Students can have one absence excused if they use their day off to protest or participate in political activism. This new privilege begins on January 27th, when a rule passed by Fairfax County School Board goes into effect. The day off for protest is given to 7th through 12th graders. The school board first considered this change after the student protest that followed the Parkland school shooting in 2018. In the past, students would have to skip school to protest, which was against the rules. This year, they only have one excused day per year, but they have to follow certain procedures. Students who want to be excused for political activism have to check with their sub-school ahead of time and have their parents' permission. School board member Ryan McLeavin proposed the policy, which is one of the first of its kind in the country. He said, "We saw students wanting to take time out of their school day to lead protests and do things of that nature. We and other school systems around the nation kind of scrabbling to figure out how to handle these protests." A nearby school district, Maryland's Montgomery County Schools, tried to pass a similar policy, but it failed. Critics for letting students take the day off for activism say that students should be in school, not out protesting. This story was written by Justin Evans, based on reporting by NPR News Radio.
And now for your new segment called A Day in History. You may know about the story of Martin Luther King Jr., but have you heard about the fight for the national holiday we dedicated to him? After Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination in 1968, John Conyers, one of the few black people in the Congress at the time, suggested a national holiday for King 4 days after his death. When he failed, he didn't give up. He pushed for the holiday year after year. He eventually got the help from the CBC, but it still wasn't enough. Things finally began to change in the 1980s when the CBC collected 6 million signatures in support of the holiday. Stevie Wonder also wrote a hit song called Happy Birthday to honor King in 1983. Many people, included civil rights activists, gathering in Washington, D.C. to commemorate the 20th anniversary on March on Washington. That year, on November 2nd, President Ronald Reagan signed the bill to declare Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a national holiday. However, it wasn't until the year 2000 that every state observed the day as a holiday. This story was written by Daniel Park with information from History.com.
And finally, to your 5-day forecast.
Well, the show is finally over.
Have a great day.
See you next time on the Bruin Cave.